the truth behind Gabriel Martinelli's future at Arsenal, and how Mikel Arteta's decision versus Liverpool could define it. The future of Gabriel Martinelli at Arsenal is starting to feel uncertain after a summer full of changes. From being a key starter in 25 Premier League games last season as the left-wing mainstay, Martinelli now finds himself competing with 3 other players for his spot, a tough position for any rising star. Coming off one of his most productive seasons with the Gunners, Martinelli now faces fierce competition, especially after Arsenal's recent signing of Eberechi from Crystal Palace. On top of that, Noni Madueke has been frequently deployed on the wings, and with Bukayo Saka sidelined due to injury, Madueke is expected to cover Saka's preferred right flank. This leaves Martinelli battling it out with and Leandro Trossard, the latter having just signed a new contract and coming off the bench in Arsenal's recent win over Leeds. Whether this signals a shift in Martinelli's standing in the squad remains to be seen. But Sunday's crucial clash against Liverpool could offer a clearer picture. With Saka likely out, Madueke will probably start on the right, while will have had a full week to gel with the team. Arteta might opt to bring in the experienced Trossard to add that creative spark at Anfield, which could push Martinelli further down the pecking order. While Arsenal's attacking firepower was on display against Leeds, scoring 5 goals, it's important to note that 3 came from set pieces, 2 corners and a penalty. That means only 2 goals came from open play in their first 2 matches. Arteta surely wants more fluid, dangerous attacking play, especially in live game situations, to push Arsenal forward on multiple fronts. Martinelli has been one of the more criticised players for inconsistency, which partly explains the club's active moves in the transfer market, twice, searching for reinforcements in his position. Though primarily a right winger, Madueke's versatility allows him to compete on the left, the side where Martinelli usually thrives. Despite rumours linking Martinelli to Saudi clubs throughout 2025, sources from Football.London confirm he remains very much part of Arsenal's plans. There's no intention to let him go, and Martinelli himself is determined to stay and perform at the highest level, especially with the World Cup looming. He knows he has something to prove, particularly with players like Real Madrid's Rodrigo on Carlo Ancelotti's radar for the Brazil squad. Earlier this year, Martinelli even got called up as a replacement for Rodrigo, who has the advantage of familiarity with Ancelotti from Real Madrid. But if Martinelli's playing time continues to shrink at Arsenal, that balance could tip. At just 24, with 162 Premier League appearances, 118 starts, over 10,000 minutes on the pitch, and an impressive tally of 40 goals and 20 assists in that period, Martinelli remains a valuable asset. Given Arsenal's need to make sales, especially if they're set on signing Piero Hincapié, a significant offer for Martinelli would have to be seriously considered. While Jakub Kiwior's departure is seen as the most straightforward way to free space for Hincapié, sporting director Andrea Berta knows Arsenal's struggle in the sales market well. The club's biggest sale to date remains Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's £40 million move, and current market trends suggest Martinelli could fetch a similar or even higher fee. The real question now is how much Martinelli will play this season. With expected to play a major role, Martinelli could struggle to reach the 2,200 minutes he logged last season. Since his debut under Arteta in 2021, Martinelli's Premier League minutes have fluctuated 1,800, 2,700, 2,000, and 2,200 across 33 to 36 matches each season. There are roughly 3,420 minutes available for the left wing, but now those minutes must be shared among at least 3 players, not just 2, Martinelli and Trossard. Arteta's choice to start Trossard against Leeds could have been a precaution to protect Martinelli from injury, especially since other key creative players had already left the pitch. Or it might be a sign that Trossard is the manager's current favourite, the player he trusts most as the ideal alternative on the wing. Only time will tell. Transfer windows are unpredictable, and nothing is ever truly set in stone. But as of now, there's no active deal in place, leaving Martinelli's place, and his future, very much in the balance. As the season progresses, the pressure on Martinelli to prove his worth will only intensify. Fans and pundits alike are closely watching whether he can reclaim his spot or if Arteta's trust is shifting permanently toward the new signings. This ongoing competition reflects a broader challenge within Arsenal squad dynamics, balancing the integration of fresh talent while maintaining the development of existing players. Moreover, Martinelli's situation sends ripples through Arsenal's transfer strategy. If he struggles for minutes, it could influence the club's approach to future sales and acquisitions, especially with the looming need to fund other key targets like Piero Hincapié. Offloading Martinelli could provide substantial funds but also risks weakening Arsenal's attacking depth. From a wider perspective, This internal battle highlights how Arsenal is evolving under Arteta. The manager's willingness to rotate and challenge established players signals a commitment to high standards and a flexible tactical approach. However, it also raises questions about squad morale and the potential consequences if promising talents feel sidelined. Internationally, Martinelli's form and playing time will affect his prospects for Brazil's World Cup squad. Competing with the likes of Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., and other emerging stars, Martinelli needs consistent top-level performances to stay on the radar of coach Carlo Ancelotti. Any dip in his club form could jeopardize his place in what promises to be a fiercely competitive selection. As for Arsenal, this is more than just about one player. It's about the club's ambition to solidify a title-contending squad capable of challenging on all fronts: Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League. The decisions made in the coming weeks, both on the pitch and in the transfer market, will shape Arsenal's identity and success for the season ahead. Stay tuned as we continue to follow Martinelli's journey, Arteta's tactical choices, and how the Arsenal squad adapts in this pivotal chapter of their rebuild. Arsenal gains clarity on transfer market after £55 million bid rejected, as Andrea Berta celebrates another summer win. Arsenal's summer window has already made headlines, and for good reason. With the record-breaking signing of Eberechi pushing their total spending to over £260 million, the Gunners have made a bold statement of intent. And yet, there's still more to come. Football.London understands that Arsenal are actively working on bringing in one final piece: Bayer Leverkusen's highly rated defender Piero Hincapié. Behind this aggressive but calculated transfer push is sporting director Andrea Berta, whose work this summer is earning him high praise from fans and insiders alike. Berta's meticulous and efficient approach to rebuilding Mikel Arteta's squad is paying off, especially when compared to some of Arsenal's Premier League rivals. Just this week, Newcastle United had a £55 million bid rejected for Wolves striker Jørgen Strand Larsen, a player who scored 14 goals last season after joining from Celta Vigo for around £25.5 million. In contrast, Arsenal secured one of Europe's most in-demand strikers, Viktor Gyökeres, for just £64 million including add-ons, a price only £9 million higher than Newcastle's failed bid. For a player who topped the goal charts across the continent for 2 consecutive seasons, that's excellent value. And it's not the only example that reflects Berta's sharp eye. While Manchester City eyes Gianluigi Donnarumma as a potential Ederson replacement, potentially making their £27 million purchase of James Trafford a backup investment, Berta quietly activated a £5 million release clause to sign Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea after an outstanding loan spell at Bournemouth. The contrast is stark and telling. Noni Madueke joined the Gunners for £48.5 million, plus £3.5 million in add-ons. A fee that, in today's market, looks more than reasonable when you consider what other clubs are paying. Jamie Gittins, £52 million, Mohamed Kudus, £55 million, Anthony Elanga, £55 million, and even Tyler Dibling's £42 million move to Everton, all came at equal or greater cost, without the same level of Premier League and European experience Madueke brings. Elsewhere, Christian Nørgaard and Christian Mosquera arrived for a combined fee well under £30 million, shrewd business that boosts depth without inflating costs. And while Eberechi's £67.5 million price tag raised a few eyebrows, most agree it's a bargain for one of the Premier League's most dynamic talents. Perhaps most impressive is the speed with which these deals have been finalised. When Kai Havertz suffered an injury, it took less than 48 hours for Arsenal to lock down Ease as a replacement. Following the collapse of Benjamin Eko's deal, the Gyökeres signing was sealed in under a month, giving him enough time to join the team for their pre-season tour in Asia. Andrea Berta isn't just spending, he's building. And as the window edges toward its close, Arsenal fans can feel confident that their club is operating with both ambition and intelligence. Arsenal gains transfer clarity after £55 million bid rejected. Andrea Berta reaps the rewards. Arsenal remains determined to strengthen its squad this transfer window, and so far, they've done so with an impressive mix of precision and efficiency. The signing of Eberechi pushed the club's total summer spending beyond £260 million, setting a new record for a single window. And yet, the work behind the scenes isn't over. All signs point to the club being close to securing Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen as a potential 8th signing. The deal, which may hinge on the departure of Jakub Kiwior, could be completed for around £52 million. Hincapié is viewed as a smart addition, young, left-footed, versatile, and capable of playing both as a centre-back and left-back, an ideal profile for Mikel Arteta's system. This potential deal only reinforces the success of sporting director Andrea Berta, who has earned widespread praise for his clear vision and efficient decision-making. Unlike other Premier League clubs facing roadblocks and rejected bids, such as Newcastle's £55 million offer for Jørgen Strand Larsen, Arsenal has been closing deals with precision and purpose. A prime example is Viktor Gyökeres, Europe's top scorer over the past 2 seasons. Signed for around £64 million from Sporting, he's already justifying the fee with goals and performances that have quickly endeared him to fans, and has adjusted seamlessly to the demands of the Premier League. Another shrewd move was bringing in Kepa Arrizabalaga for just £5 million following a strong loan spell at Bournemouth. In contrast to rival clubs spending £50 million or more on less proven names, Arsenal has struck a rare balance between financial sensibility and footballing quality. The club also secured deals for Christian Norgård, Christian Mosquera, and Noni Madueke, the latter for £48.5 million, all of whom bring depth and immediate impact. Ease, despite being the most expensive signing at £67.5 million, is widely viewed as one of the smartest transfers of the window given his consistency and attacking versatility. What's also worth noting is the speed at which these deals were completed. Ease signing, for example, was wrapped up in just 48 hours after Kai Havertz's injury, a sign of a club ready to react quickly and decisively. Gyökeres' move was sealed within a month of Benjamin Sesko's departure, allowing him to join the team on their pre-season tour in Asia. With Hincapie potentially next through the door, Arsenal is closing in on what many would consider a near-perfect transfer window, reinforcing all key areas with players who not only fill gaps but elevate the entire squad. Andrea Berta is clearly building a team capable of challenging for every major honour, and fans are rightly hopeful that this level of investment will finally bring silverware back to North London.